What's to do, YouTube? This is your boy EcoGamer, and I'm going to be discussing my top 10 most anticipated games of 2018. So we're going to go from hype level 10 to hype level 1, where number 1 being most hype and number 10 being the lowest hyped one I have. So let's start this list off. At number 10, we have Lost Sphere. Now, some of you may not know what Lost Sphere is, so I'm going to tell you what it is. If you've heard of a game called I Am Setsuna, which I beat this year, it's basically a game developed by Square Enix, and the game is it's got gameplay like Chrono Trigger, which most people loved Chrono Trigger back in the day, and it's looking pretty good. It's basically a spiritual successor, you could say, to Chrono Trigger. The story looks pretty good, and the graphics and art style definitely look like that of Chrono Trigger, so I'm definitely looking forward to playing that game in 2018. It should be releasing around March of 2018, with earliest being February. So, for number 9, we have Earth Defense Force 5. Now, Earth Defense Force 4.1, and the other one was Earth Defense Force that came out on the 360. I enjoyed those games a lot. It's basically a just 100% destructible environment, unlike Crackdown 3, and you basically kill a bunch of giant insects. Pretty straightforward, and there's like 6 to 7 different classes. The game is pretty dope. I have about 60 hours in the PC version of 4.1. I also own the PS4 version, which I put about 20 hours in. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game. Just endless fun on that. Alright guys, for number 8, the hype level is going up. We're going on to number 8. We have Sinner, Sacrifice of Redemption. Now this indie game is basically going to be like a Dark Souls. It's like, okay, if you've ever heard of a game called Salt and Sanctuary, it's going to be like Salt and Sanctuary meets Dark Souls. Basically, it's going to be, you're going to have like 10 bosses you're going to have to kill in the game. It's very dark and gritty. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, it's a child going to save his loved one and whatever. It looks dope. The trailer they showed off looks amazing, and it's running on Unreal Engine 4, so the graphics are going to be pretty good. So Sinner Sacrifice is going to be on my list. You know how I like my Souls games. Already gotten a Nihon and all that. So that's going to be number 7 on my list. Moving up for number 6, we have Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. Now, the only Dragon Quest games I've played is the ones on the 3DS they remade, which I think was 9 and 10. I play a little bit of those, and I also beat Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. So I am definitely looking forward to Dragon Quest XI. So far, we only know it's coming to the Nintendo Switch and PS4 next year. So there may not be PC version, but I'll be picking it up on my Nintendo Switch and playing it on that. It looks awesome. It's going to be using Unreal Engine 4. It's an open world game, and Dragon Quest, I heard, is extremely popular in Japan, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing it from what the lore I've played so far of the game series. Alright guys, for number 5, let's see. At number 6, we have Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. Now, I got halfway through the first Ni no Kuni back on the PlayStation 3. I never finished it because my PlayStation 3 broke, but I definitely look forward to playing Ni no Kuni 2. The gameplay looks up my alley. I don't really care if I'm playing as a little kid or not. Pretty much that Sinner game I said earlier was playing as a little kid, which is dark and gritty. So, this game looks fun. The gameplay looks interesting. I'm definitely going to enjoy that story of that game. Looking forward to that. Level 5, the guys who made the game made some awesome movies I watched back in the day as a kid, like Kiki's Grand Adventures and all that sort of thing, if you guys know what that is. And no, wink, wink. Alright, moving on to number 5 on my list of top 10 most anticipated. We have Shin Megami Tensei for the Nintendo Switch, coming out, I believe, in the summer of next year. Now, I have played all the Persona games except for 2, and I've played Shin Megami Tensei 4 and 5. Or Shin Megami 4 Apocalypse, whichever they wanted to say that was. So I am definitely looking forward to playing Shin Megami Tensei on the Nintendo Switch. I enjoy playing the Shin Megami Tensei series for sure. You know, the post-apocalyptic world, demons, you know, taking over the world, killing Lucifer and the angels, all that sort of good stuff on there. Turn-based RPGs, Atlas has those down, so I'm definitely looking forward to Shin Megami Tensei for the Nintendo Switch. Alright, moving on to number 4, we have Code Vein from Software. It's basically a Souls game, but it's going to be using a Japanese art style to it. Well, it's going to be cel-shaded using Unreal Engine 4. You're basically a vampire in a post-apocalyptic world, and you've lost your memories. You have no idea what's going on. You have to basically kill monsters and, you know, drain their powers to sustain yourself because you humans no longer live in the world and it's just vampires fighting these ugly monsters. You know, big-ass bosses. Can't wait for that. I am a huge Dark Souls fan, and I love punishing myself on those games. Can't wait to play it. Alright, for number 3, we have a Devil May Cry 5. Now, this game is a rumor to be coming out next year, but if you know me, I love the Devil May Cry games. I beat 1, 4, and the spin-off DMC. I also bought Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition and beat all the Bloody Palaces and the game and all the hardest modes and put about 200 hours in the remastered as well as the other one I played on the 360 back in the day. So I am a huge Devil May Cry fan. I know I haven't played 3 and 4, but I mean 2 and 3, but I definitely look forward to playing Devil May Cry 5. Hopefully it'll live up to the expectations of what 4 was. And I heard they're going to bring Neo back from the Devil May Cry 4. So at number 2, we have Pokemon for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I have played every Pokemon game that has come out. I have sunk 900 hours in like Pokemon Platinum farming for shinies, using it legitly, still all of them that way. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I've been playing Pokemon since 1997. Since I was like 5 years old, I've been playing Pokemon, so I am definitely looking forward to playing it on the Switch. The 3DS has shown its age for those Pokemon games, and it's time for a new system to get that. So hopefully it'll be as good as Coliseum was. I know people didn't really care for Coliseum, Pokemon, you know, XD Gale Darkness and those, but those games I enjoyed the shit ton on the GameCube, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch, and this game should definitely be dope. And for now, number 1 most anticipated game of next year, Metroid Prime 4. Now, I'm sure it may not be coming out next year, but if it is, I can't wait. I've played all 3 Metroid games. I've spent hundreds of hours in each of them collecting everything, so on and so forth. I also played Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, and the Metroid Prime 2 remake, including the fan remake as well. So I'm a huge Metroid fan. Metroid is definitely one of Nintendo's underrated franchises. So hopefully this won't suck like, what was that? Other M and Metroid, whatever, Forces, that crappy 3DS game. So those are my top 10 most anticipated games, guys, of next year. Make sure to like and share the video, and let me know what your top 10 games of next year are. This is your boy Eco Gamer, out!